See you again, when I 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 see you again. When I see you again.
There are many times in Magic when you have you give the spectator the opportunity to win a prize. So today, I thought I'd make things different. I thought I'd make it more about them than me. So I'm gonna give the spectators an opportunity to win a little bit of a prize. Let me just get it real quick here. So you tell the spectator that if they were to kind of defeat your challenge, if you were to say here in your little trick, then they're gonna win the contents of this bag. So of course it's a nice matte black bag here, so the spectator's intrigued here. So all they have to do is just beat you in a very fair game of poker. So I'm just gonna put this here as I start this little conundrum. So you take out a deck. It could be shuffled if you want, but you're gonna end up playing a game of 5-card poker here with the spectator. But you're gonna make everything completely fair. They're gonna make every decision. You'll see what I mean here. So you take out 10 cards here, and you take out 10 cards here, and it just so happens that the spectator is going to be allowed to make every decision in this particular game of playing cards. They're going to be able to pick the cards. They're going to be able to pick which cards I get, and we're pretty much just going to go through this as fair as possible. So pretty much the spectators are going to win the prize. It's a feel-good trick, guys. Oftentimes we don't do feel-good tricks. So this is one of those. So you start. You give the cards a little bit of a cut. There are 10 cards. You could show it to the spectator that there's no tomfoolery going around here. It's just 10 cards here. So they're going to have the opportunity to pick not only your cards, but their cards. So we're just going to lay out 2 cards here, and they pick whichever card they want. Now, of course, you could do whatever by play. You could say, oh, okay, that card, you know what? I'll leave it over here, like this. Which card do you want for yourself, sir? Oh, you want this one because you think that I put it away from you because I'm trying to psychologically deceive you. Oh, you're a fun customer, you. So you give that to the spectator. It's all good. Again, they're making all the choices here. So you give them the opportunity to not only pick their cards, but to pick your card as well. So you tell them, hey, why don't you pick one of these for me? Oh, this one's cool. Let me just, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave this like that. So go ahead. Which one do you want to pick for me? Oh, you want this one for me? Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I mean, I preferred this one, but that's fine too. Because again, this is all about you. We're making you the decision maker here. So I'll gladly take that card. I hope you enjoy your minute power surge there for just a tiny bit that you're gonna have it. So we'll do it again. I'll give you another opportunity. Go ahead, pick the card that you want. Oh, you want this one? Okay, of course. You make all the choices. To which one do you want for me? You want this one? Do you want to change your mind? Oh, you do. So now you want me to get this one. That's perfectly fine. Again, this is all about you, sir. Again, everything's about you. So to speed this up, I'll tell you what. Why don't you pick 2 of these cards for yourself, and we'll just try to rush through this as fast as possible. Oh, you want these 2 at the end? Of course. Anything for you, sir. Remember, you're making every decision here. So why not? Let's just be fair here. You're gonna pick two cards for me here. So I'll deal 3 cards here. You pick 2 for me. Go ahead. Oh, let me just see if I could maybe arrange these cards in a way that's psychologically more appealing. There you go. So go ahead, sir. Pick 2 cards for me. Oh, these 2? Of course. Anything for you. You know what? I only have 2 cards left. So we'll make this as fair as possible. I'll turn these cards face up. Now, whoa, hey, before you grab that ace of spades, I'll make this even more fair because I can't be more fair than this. Oh, wait, I can because I'll let you look at your own hand and determine which card is better for your hand. So if you could see right here, you have a good poker hand here. You have two 10s and you have 2 jacks. So in this case, the ace wouldn't necessarily benefit you. So go ahead, take the jack. So the spectator, of course, picks the jack, which means that they have a full house. They have jacks over 10s here, a full house. That's a fantastic hand in poker. As a matter of fact, there's only one hand that could beat such a strong hand here. Oh, I mean, you made every choice here. You picked every card that I got, every card that you got. I mean, the only hand that could possibly beat this, against all odds, would be a four of a kind. So nah, I doubt I got a. I mean, you gave me a 10 here. That's a good card. And then you gave me the oh, you gave me the four aces. Oh, oh, how does that feel? How does that dick feel? Yeah, good. So I'm sorry you lost, but I'll tell you what. I'll give you the prize anyways. Since I'm such a great soul, I'll give you the prize anyway. So you reach into the bag and take out the fluff, and there's a little message here. It says, you are a wiener. Sorry your full house could not beat my aces, but enjoy your prize. There's a card in there. Oh no. Oh man, no. It says patreon.com/PigCake. Remember 2 E's. Why? Because somebody took the PigCake. What? No. That's an awful prize. What? Exclusive videos? What? Come on, hook a brother up. Huh? That's crazy. This is a prize? Oh man. No. Why? I wasn't expecting that. But you know, they leave with it anyways because it's full of valuable content and exclusive videos. But that's beside the point. So that's the trick, guys. It's pretty simple. So you can have a prize in a nice matte black bag. You could tell the spectator that they're going to win a prize here if they happen to defeat you in your little game here. And of course, the prediction is always going to be the same. Your full house cannot beat my aces because they're gonna get a full house regardless here. So it's a great trick. Let me just put the bag away here. So for this trick, it's pretty simple. All you're gonna have you're gonna have 10 cards here. If you guys happen not to know how to count, we'll have to focus on this camera, guys. I highly recommend the T6i. It's just the greatest camera. Okay, so you're gonna need 10 cards here. So you're gonna need really just 3 jacks or kings or queens. I like to use those because of the contrast. 3 number cards. I like to use higher number cards like the 10s. This is just, guys, this is the greatest camera of all time. I can't recommend this camera enough. I mean, from the ability to just reach into the whites and to gosh, man, it's just such a fantastic. Okay, there you go. That's great. So your 3 number cards. I like using higher cards just for the contrast, and then the 4 aces. So you could take these out as you're rambling to the spectators. Now, I used to think the order of these cards matter. They don't. So as long as you have them there, that's fine. And the only thing that matters is that the aces are on top. So you're gonna recognize this trick as pretty much the 242 deal from the Joshua J. Talk About Trick series. It's just another variation of a poker deal, but this one's a little bit preferable to the other poker deals because the spectators are given the option to make every choice in the matter, even to the last point where both cards are face up and they pick a card that's face up. So it's some legitimate shit. So it falls under the mentalism variety. It falls under the crazy, clever, coordinated card trick variety. So really, you can't lose with this trick. So all you need these three cards and then the 4 aces on top. You're gonna do the trick is called the 242 deal for obvious reasons here, because you're gonna do a shuffle here that you're gonna first run off cards 2, 4, and then 2, and that puts you in a perfect position to do the rest of the trick. The only thing you need to know or really memorize is the sequence, and after that, trick is pretty much self-working, and it works every single time. So let me go through the motions here. So you have these cards in order. The 4 aces are on top. The other ones don't really matter because they're going to be given to the spectator anyways. So you hold the cards in your left hand, and what you're going to do is run off 2 cards and then drop the rest on top. That's the first one. That's 2. Then you're going to run off 4 cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop the cards on top, and then finally run 2 cards and drop the cards on top. So you're running 2, dropping the cards on top, 4, and then 2 again, and then that pretty much sets you up. Now, if you happen to be a little bit memory, what's the statistic? Memory illusionist. You could just order the cards in this particular way. You can just have 2 X cards followed by 2 aces, followed by 2 X cards, followed by 2 aces, followed by 2 X cards. You could just set it up like that from the start and not even have to worry about the 2-4-2 deal. So it's really up to you guys. So at this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna just go through a set of motions that are gonna give the spectator the illusion that they happen to have picked and made every single choice. But really, they've only made the choices that you've allowed them. So you're gonna deal 2 cards. And what I like to do for a little bit of comic byplay is maybe take a little peek at one, which not only verifies that I'm in the correct position because both of these cards are X cards, but I look at this card and then maybe move the cards in a way that is more psychologically appealing to them. Depends on your pattern, but I'll do something like this and be like, oh, how about you pick one of these for yourself? Doesn't matter. They're both going to be cards that are going to contribute to their full house. So let's say they go for this one over here. You just get this packet and drop it on top of the card they didn't pick. That's pretty much the only move apart from the shuffle you're doing this, if you do in fact decide to even do the shuffle. So you pick the packet up again. You do the same thing, only for you. They pick whatever card they want for you. Now, of course, this is going to be the aces. So really, they don't have an option for this. But again, you're giving them the illusion of choice here. So they pick whichever one they want. Of course, it doesn't matter. And you're repeating the thing again. So you drop the cards on top. You pick up the whole packet. Now you're going to put 2 cards in front of them. You could do whatever comic byplay you want here to facilitate the magic portion here. They pick whichever card they want. Cards go on top. You're going to repeat this one more time until you get 2 cards each. So you're going to be in this position where they have 2 cards and you have 2 cards. Now what you're going to do is that you're going to give them an option of 2 cards to pick from a pile of 3. So this not only speeds up the process, but it gives them more choice. Oh, and not only did I pick 1 card, I picked 2 cards. This is crazy. Of course, it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters, guys. We all die, and then all our possessions wither away with us. So there you go. They pick 2 cards for themselves. It doesn't really matter. Remember the X card here. You put your pile on top of that card, pick up the whole thing, and now you repeat the same thing for you. So now they pick 2 cards for you. This is fantastic because they can only pick cards that are going to help you out here. And if they don't, the ending is kind of the perfect reason for them to give the card that they need to themselves and the card that you're going to need to make this trick a successful conclusion to yourself. So let's say they pick these 2 cards for you. Finally, you're going to be left with 2 cards. So you say, oh, you know what? We only have 2 cards here. You need 1 more card here. So why don't we do this? I'll turn these cards face up. Now, the spectator here might be tempted to go, oh, I make the ace because that's the higher card, because I know how to count numbers. And that's a higher, I know cards. So they might be tempted for that. But you tell them, wait a second. I'll tell you what, before you reach for that ace, why don't you look at your hand and see which card helps you out the most? So they're going to look at their hand. And here's the thing, even if they don't know anything about poker or life or anything really, looking at this hand, even a Frenchman could tell that the ace isn't going to help them out here. So of course, when you give them the option, they're going to reach and take the 10 for themselves, which leaves you with the ace. Now you take this ace, you put it on your pile, and you go, oh, that sucks because the only hand that could beat that is a 4 of a kind. But yeah, there's no way I'd beat that with, oh, it turns out, yeah, you gave me the 4 of a kind because I'm a master manipulator and you have no free will, you piece of shit. So that's the trick pretty much. Now the prediction is going to be the same regardless, whether or not you end up with a 10 or a jack, they're still going to have a full house and you're going to end up with the 4 aces, assuming that you did follow the procedure correctly. It's going to be pretty much, I already know, since I'm fucking master manipulator here, I know right off the bat, it's, oh no, this is too much, oh, you got to memorize the sequence. There's no memorization. You give them a card, they give you a card, you give them a card, you get a card, then you give them the option for 2 cards, you give yourself the option for 2 cards, and then at the end, that's it. That's fucking practice. That's all I'm saying. Practice. It's a great trick. So that's pretty much it. That's the poker deal. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could forgive your relatives for the sins they've committed. I'm gonna go masturbate to the exclusive videos on my Patreon. Chillin' for money, yeah.
I see you again, when I see you again, when I I see you again, when 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 I see you again.